Hello everyone. Today's interview question is for people who are aspiring to become structural analysis engineers. What is H method and what is P method in finite element analysis? To understand this, just imagine the contour of a circle. If I have to approximate the contour of this circle by drawing straight lines, then I would need more number of straight lines in order to better approximate the circle. Theoretically, I need actually infinite number of straight lines in order to approximate the profile of the circle. Now, if I have to use, on the contrary, a curve, for example, then I would need a fewer number of curves in order to approximate the profile of the circle compared to the straight lines. The difference between H method and P method is just like this. In the case of H method, you actually need to put more number of elements. When you are discretizing the structure, you actually have to put more number of elements in order to achieve solution convergence. Whereas in the case of P method, you actually use less number of elements, comparatively I'm saying, in order to achieve solution convergence. How that is possible? The letter H is borrowed from mathematicians, if I'm not wrong. When you are trying to approximate the area below the curve, you actually can put more number of rectangles in order to approximate the area below the curve, and mathematicians called the height of the rectangle H, and since you need more number of rectangles in order to approximate the area below the curve, the letter H is used here in ANSYS, in finite element method also, which means that it actually means it's a method that actually demands, that actually prompts engineers, CA engineers, to use more number of elements. On the other hand, in the case of P method, the letter P actually stands for polynomial, which means in the translation, you are actually going to use a polynomial equation instead of a linear equation. Just for example, I am saying in the case of a bar element, you noted the formula for stiffness matrix is A by L 1 minus 1 minus 1 1, but remember that is the stiffness matrix for a linear bar element. That is derived from a linear translation, which is A0 plus A1x. On the other hand, if you're using a quadratic bar element, then you have to use a translation A0 plus A1x plus A2x square, which means you are increasing the order of the translation. Which means you are actually gravitating towards a polynomial equation rather than a linear equation, thereby increasing the accuracy by using a fewer number of elements. So this is the difference between H method and P method, one of the important questions for a structural analysis engineer. Thank you for your patience.